Okay, so we're going to make our character sheets. Today I'll be making Cody's. Um, it's pretty much going to be relatively easy. So, uh, we're going to start by filling in our stats. And now the stats are over here. They are fight, flight, brains, brawn, charm, and grit. Let me bring over a picture that should be bum, 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 right here. It is going, not it, but it's in the book, or the PDF rather. Um, your brains will determine, how well you solve problems and how smart you are, and your brawn is how strong you are and whatnot. And they can be used pretty differently depending on the situation. Um, yeah. So anyway, let's fill in Cody's character stats. So we're gonna use, or we use the dice that goes from D4 to D20, and an explanation on what these dice mean and how you um, should distribute them in your stats according to how you want your character to be. So your D20 would be in your best stat, and your D4 would be your worst stat, and then everything in between. So our fight, let's make Cody a pretty reasonable fighter and give him a D10, and let's make him great at running away. Now, this just doesn't mean running away. We can use it to dodge or a number of reflexes according to the situation. Let's make him, uh, yeah, let's keep it at D4 and make him dumb. Let's make him dumb, but relatively strong. Charming, not so charming, and grit. Now, I think the last dice we have is D8, so we'll throw some grit his way. Now, for fears and motivation, I had already put some things in there. His fear is rats crawling up through the toilet and biting his butthole out. Now, you could have one word in here. You can make a list of things. Same with motivation. His motivation is getting things done so he can have another quick wank. And that is Cody's motivation. Again, you can add a list of things, you can add one thing. It really doesn't matter. Now, for the age, our first game would be Session 0, which takes place in the year 1988. And we're going to be an age between 15 and 18. So let's make Cody 17. Oh, yeah. Now, your description. Your description can be the description of your character. Um, I'm going to hand out some questions that you can pick from and answer them, and that should basically flesh out a little bit of your character, and it'll be good. Adversity points. Now, adversity points, you get a point every time you fail a roll, and then you'll just add them in here, and then you could use or spend your adversity points um, to add a bit to the roll, or add +1 to your roll, your next roll, I mean. So, let's say you have a roll coming up where you're fighting, and you have to, and Cody's gonna roll his D10 to fight. So before he rolls, he'll say he wants to spend an adversity point, and it would be his roll +1. And yeah, that's basically it. And you can also spend adversity points to help players. So let's say Cody's trying to move a car off of somebody or something. Everybody would spend an adversity point if they choose to help him and add 1 to his role of moving the car. Let's see, what else? Strength. Okay, so everybody gets 1 free strength depending on their age. Now, since everybody's a teenager, you get the free rebellious strength. So let's pull up. There we go. This is a list of the strengths, and there's another list. The free one that you get for your age. Let's see if we can find it here. Oh, yeah. Add +3 to rolls when persuading or resisting persuasion from children. Add +3 to rolls when resisting persuasion from adults. Okay. So that's one you get right off the bat. And then you can pick 2 more. So the lucky one. The lucky one sounds good. So you may spend 2 adversity tokens to reroll a stat check. So instead of adding +1 with spending 1 um, adversity point, you can spend 2 and just re-roll the whole roll. So pick 2 of those bad boys. And again, I will put those in with whatever you're using to view this. I don't know. Flaws. Pick 2, and these don't have any mechanical bonuses or disadvantages. It's just for how you'll play your character. So let's give Cody 2 of these, and then we'll pick 2. We'll make him absent-minded and petty. Powers. You guys can pick a power if you want, be it telekinesis or you can talk to rocks. Really doesn't matter. Pick one for yourself, and then I will give you a random one. And let's do. Cody is good at. Or his power will be. Yeah, here we go. Labia wings. His labia turns into angel wings and pulls him out of danger. Now, I'll explain more to that later when the game comes. Backpack. Put whatever you want in your backpack. I really don't care. Uh, and we'll just go through that when the game starts. And notes. You can add your notes in here, whatever you want. Um, this will probably the spot where we will do relationships, which will be we're gonna have some random questions about other people and who they are to you within the group. They are randomly generated, and that should be fun.